Alright people, I've got a 2005 Can-Am Bombardier 400 Max, and the guy said that the display was showing scale all the time. I'm not sure because I didn't see it powered up, but let me show you how I got this thing disassembled. I've already pulled it out apart one time. It's your little metal rod. What had happened is this piece right here had leaked water into the unit, and that's what caused it all the damage. Everything to this point is pretty simple to disassemble, but if you flip it over on the back and look, let me get down there a little closer where you can see. You have to unsolder these guys and suck that solder out real good, or it still won't come apart. You may even have to use a little air to blow it out, but you have to take those loose. Now I'm going to pause it for a second and take it the rest way apart because it's a kind of an ordeal. After it's about halfway stable. Alright, about the only way to make this thing stay put while you're trying to solder it is just to fat finger it. I mean, literally just stick it where you want it and hold it with your fingers, board, piece, everything, and solder it. Just a couple of the legs in place, and then you can kind of do a finer detail with your soldering iron on the sides closest to those little capacitors and resistors right there. I'll try to do that on video. Pretty tough though, as shaky as my hands are. Yeah. Alright, I think that's it. Make sure there's no cold junctions here. Oh, and by the way, I wetted the feet on this thing on my little switch. I actually put just enough solder on these feet to make them wet. I'm talking about just a tiny amount. Don't put any more because it'll be hard to get in place. Alright, well folks, I'm gonna put this thing in the machine and see if it works, and I'll get back with you. Alright, button this back piece back together. Real easy to get too much solder on this piece. I'm hoping I can get it soaked up in this. some of it in there. When you're soldering this back together, make sure that you look between each of those. I suggest you take something skinny and sharp, kind of like this right here. This is the welding rod I sharpened, and go between each one of them just to be absolutely certain that you don't have some solder overlapping. It hardly takes any solder at all, just a tiny amount. Alright, well, I hope this helps somebody. Bye. This is a video the owner sent me after he put it back in his bike, so I guess everything worked out great.